Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius, it's good to see you.
Oh yeah, it's nice to see you too as well there, Gail.
You're looking all bundled up over there. Is it cold?
Oh yeah, it's definitely cold. You know, we gotta keep this body warm. You know, we gotta make sure these muscles are nice and loose.
Well, obviously you have a big fight ahead of you.
Hips sink ships, so.
Wait, say that again?
Lose hips, sink ships. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that before. Obviously, you have a big fight ahead of you this weekend, this Friday, against Jason Quigley. Talk to me a bit about it. We haven't had a chance to really catch up about this. I know that he last fought Shane Mosley Jr. A lot of people weren't, I guess they were kind of on the fence in regards to like who should have won that fight. Like, what did you make of his performance?
You know, I mean, my tweet that night was, I'll beat both of them guys with one hand tied behind my back. But at the end of the day, I thought, you know, Mosley seemed like he was doing really good in the beginning rounds and, you know, started losing a little focus in later rounds, but it still seemed like, you know, it could have went his way, but it doesn't matter. So either one of them. But the point is that Quigley was willing to say, you know, I would fight Demetrius Andrade, and now here we go again.
Usually, like with you do really well with sort of the banter between you and your opponents. There hasn't really been much said. I mean, for the most part, Jason has been very respectful, has given you a lot of credit. He's even called you, or didn't disagree when called one of the most avoided fighters today. Just overall, do you almost wish that you had that sort of engagement back with him to sort of get mentally prepared, or is it nothing for you?
Oh, no, I'm always going to be mentally prepared. You know, that's why I'm 30-0, 18 knockouts, and 2 divisional world champion because of that reason. Listen, you know, some fighters humble, some fighters ugly, some fighters disrespectful. You know, Jason Quigley, he's a, you know, seemed like a respectful person. I'm also a humble, respectful person, but I can, you know, chop at, you know, I know how to do that. Yeah. And it just seemed like, you know, we wouldn't even really have that macho type situation like it was me and my last opponent, Smith Williams. You know, like we had that, and so, you know, it made a rumble. He doesn't seem like he can keep up with it. So it just keep it respectful, and, you know what I'm saying, may the best man win at the end of the day. But of course, I'm coming to put his lights out.
Do you almost prefer your opponents to trash talk?
Yeah, of course. That's what helps sells drama. Unfortunately, that's what everything that sells in this world, it has to do with drama. So that's not some drama,
right?
You know, so it's like I can't really find the drama other than, you know, I'm gonna beat his ass and knock him out. And he's like, oh yeah, Demetrius, oh yeah, I'm undivided. I'm not saying I'm going to kick his ass, but I'll give him a fight. So, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, so, you know.
So recently, Eddie Hearn stirred up a lot of, you know, got a lot of different opinions on this, but he says that you're the most avoided fighter he has ever promoted. What do you make of him saying that?
I mean, you know, if he's saying that, I guess that's what it is. Or if you watch him and his promotional career and all the fighters he has and who is on top and who's not, who's getting more fights, who's being active, and who is in the line. Look, Joe Spock fighting, what's his name? What's his name with a C? Yeah, like that guy is always in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's always in the fight. Parker's always in the fight. Like, these guys are always in a fight, and it seems like they're fighting, you know, top quality guys all the time. So, I mean, you know, if he's saying that, then that's just what it is. Well,
with him also saying that insinuates the fact that you've made offers to pretty much everybody and haven't been given an opportunity. Is there any, like, can you confirm any names that you guys have in fact attempted to try to make fights against and did not get any sort of, I guess, response back from?
Yeah, I seen the post, like through the history, DAZN put, Chalo, Derevchenko, and Billy Joe, and like the storylines between that is, Billy Joe, drugs, Sergey Derevchenko was like, not like realistic. And then like 3 weeks, they're like, oh, we finally got room for you on the card. Do you want to fight? And I'm like, yeah, I'll fight him in like February, March. Give me the opportunity to train, not tell me to fight this guy in 3 weeks' time.
Right.
Like, that's unprofessional for me to go in the ring, unprofessional, and not in the best shape of my life when I was told that there was no room for me on the card. And so that's where that goes. And then, the Chalo situation, because of legal stuff, I can't talk about much debt, but $7 million been offered to you or your brother, and that's a lot more than what was on the table back then. So, like, why not make these fights happen? It's about now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's make these things happen now. And there's a bigger machine and a bigger, broader audience for him and I, for either one of them characters, Triple G, Chalo, whatever the champions are.
Jaime Munguia, as you know, just fought Gabriel Rosado, won. He's ranked right now #1 with the WBO. Is that sort of a fight that interests you, or are you sort of looking more so towards like a Charlo or the GGG Murata winner? Like what would be sort of like the game plan for you should you be successful on Friday?
I mean, this whole Munguia thing is like funny. Like, okay, he won. Yeah, he beat Rosado. Oh, wow. He's been my mandatory for the last 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
3-4 years he's been my last mandatory, and he refuses to say I want to fight the champion. So that's why I'm fighting Quigley. That's why I'm fighting Luke Keeler. That's why I'm fighting Williams. These people are willing to step up and take the opportunity, unlike somebody that has. And that is #1 to take the opportunity. He refused not to. And then this whole thing about, the questions being asked to him during the fight is like, oh, Triple G. Like, how does that even circulate when you have that could be done, and then the Triple G and Mumada thing, that's all me. That has nothing to do with it. But if he wants that opportunity, you have to come this way to get that
champion,
not to just go and fight Triple G. Like, that's just like, but it just shows the tail of the tape for behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. So to clarify, and I didn't know this, like Jaime Munguia has had the opportunity to fight you and has declined.
I mean, how many times you had that belt for?
Yeah.
Walking in with the how many fights has been? It's been a few times he's been parading that thing around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, speaking of which, December the 20th, I know.
Not to like, of course I'm looking for the bigger names, more whatever. And then when we get the fighters that we're fighting, everybody's like, oh, but he don't want to fight. So
right.
We're gonna do what we do, that stay active, do what the Andrade show is, and because don't get paid if you don't fight.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously, that's why I was saying that.
Get paid, Yeah. It feels real good.
Well, that's why I was saying, just sort of reiterating what Eddie Hearn had said. He wouldn't be saying that. He wouldn't be saying you are the most avoided fighter he's ever promoted if he has not, in fact, experienced making offers and never getting any responses back to want to face you. So, but yeah, because that question.
More money to the scary cats. More money to Triple G. More money to whoever it is to make this shit happen. That's it. If that's what it boils down to, just pay the money. I think it will sell no matter who I get in the ring with when it comes to them characters.
Right. Well, we know that the fight that we would like to see happen for you, and I know the fight that you want to see, is Triple G. Now, we know that Triple G will be fighting Murata on December 29th on DAZN. What kind of internal conversations have been had amongst like DAZN and with Matchroom for you to you know, I mean, let's be honest. I know it's not your fault, but everyone does want to see this fight. Surely there has to be something that can be done to force the fights to happen.
I can only control and say yes when it comes to them opportunities, of course.
But is there, have you seen any sort of, is there any feedback from Triple G? Has there ever been any feedback in terms of?
You know, I don't, you know, spare the labor pains, let me know when the babies do type of situation, you know. At the end of the day, that's what Eddie Hearn is for, that's right. What managers be for, and that's what DAZN and Matchroom's for, is to do that stuff, is to make it happen. Done deal. The deal is, this is what we're presenting. This is it. Here's the proposal. That's it.
Yeah.
And they already know on my side, the answer is yes.
Lastly, Demetrius, I know that last time I saw you was when you were kind of exchanging words with Canelo. That went viral. And we know that now Canelo has pretty much cleaned out the 168 division. There's talks of him possibly moving up to 175. But then he's also said that, you know, he'd like to stay at 168, but that basically anyone at 160 would have to come up to 168. Is that, obviously that's a fight you're willing to come up and wait for?
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? We have been in every single weight class. But, you know, listen, Canelo, right? At the end of the day, the incredible thing about Canelo and everything they did with Golden Boy and now moved on to be where he's at, yo, they have power. How can you, the type of power they have is to say, I want to fight everybody at 168, nobody fight nobody else because these are the people I know I can beat. Let's make it happen. And he set a goal. He made the goal happen with one of the weakest divisions out there, I would say, as far as the top champions. And like, for me to go and fight him, to go up to 168 is a no-brainer. But when people ask me, oh, would you go up to 168? What am I going up to 168 for? And who are the characters I'm going to be fighting up there to just give up my belt when I'm having trouble now? How am I going to make that happen then?
Right.
So the answer is, yeah, of course, I'm going to fight him at any weight class. Like, it doesn't matter what the weight class is. It's more than just fighting and people like, you know, oh, you know these characters, I'll pay they. Yo, no, I'm coming to fight and hurt and beat you up. That's what I'm coming for. Not to talk about how good I am for 21-0. Not to be like, no, conversations inside that ring other than, yeah, motherfucker, I'm too fast. You can't touch this. Hold this. You know? That's the type of energy and attitude I have when it comes to fighting guys.
When people watch you, I mean, obviously you're an excellent fighter, and I think that's obviously one of the reasons why you have so much trouble getting an opponent. Do you almost sometimes wish that you kind of put on a bad performance and maybe somebody would bite the bait?
Some of my performance ain't the best. I don't think all I was like, you know, I know what I have in store. So sometimes it's like, yeah, this is the type of style that made it happen. Was it the best? Maybe not, maybe so, but it did the job what I needed to do because it's all about winning. So, but at the end of the day, if, you know, if you want to fight and you're able and you're confident enough to walk around and be like, I'm big bad wolf, well, let's fight then. That's it.
Well, Demetrius, I really do hope to see you get the fights you want to get. You've been campaigning for them for forever. So I
know black don't crack, but damn. I'm saying, damn, fine, but damn, you say no. You know I like little wine shit. You know.
You're so silly. Well, look, I wish you all the best this weekend. You and Jason, good guys. I wish you guys may the best man win. Final prediction for the fight. What can fans expect when they tune on November 19th?
Yeah, I'm coming to, like, you know, make a statement and talk mad shit afterwards.
Please do.
Yeah.
All right, Demetrius, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. And hopefully we can speak post-fight.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Okay, ciao.
Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button below so that you can receive an alert every time we upload a new video.